Okay, as I was just saying before, time is money. To go over that number again, there's only 86,400 seconds in a day. Once they're gone, they're gone. And I firmly believe that everything that you're doing in business, it's either you're pregnant or not pregnant, meaning you're either making money or you're wasting money. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so now what Covey says is that there is a strategy of organization and priorities. One of the phrases that I want you to write down, okay, is schedule your priorities, don't prioritize your schedule. I'm going to repeat that again. Schedule your priorities, do not prioritize your schedule. Because what happens is that if you just try to prioritize your schedule, things happen, you know, and shit happens and crises happen and fires arise and it doesn't work. But if you schedule your priorities first, which Karen's going to elaborate on, they will get done. Does that make sense? Okay, so now, when is the best time, this is a rhetorical question, when is the best time to do like planning and organization as far as time management and priorities and that stuff? To me, it used to be, because I was taught in the car industry, like monthly, but it's incorrect. Covey says that weekly planning is by far the most powerful and the most effective. So again, weekly planning is the most powerful and most effective. Let me go through what the three main things are. So on a monthly basis, right? So if I'm going to do, you know, monthly planning, right? To me, that's going to be for projections and forecasting. If I want to identify, as a salesperson, if I want to sell 30 cars or 40 cars a month, I'm not going to start in July 1st. Like now, I'm going to start projecting using like the Dealer Synergy Money Mind Map philosophy and strategy. Okay, how am I going to turn around and sell 30 units? There's 8 ways to sell: walk-in, be-back, internet, phone, prior customers, orphan owners, service conversions, referrals, and lost order prospecting. So where am I going to get my units? I'm going to plan all that out before my month starts, but I'm going to have my entire month mapped out, you know, where I'm going to get my units from per day, per week, per month, how many from each of the 8 categories, how many people I got to talk to, how many have to come in for appointments, how many do I have to demo, and how many I got to sell. I'm going to have this map. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. Now, on a dealership level, it's the same thing, but on a macro level, it's like, I want to sell 350 units. I want to sell 375. Where am I getting my cars from? You know, my allocation, new cars, used cars, special finance. To me, this is all monthly planning stuff. Does that make sense? But that's not going to help me to be effective and maximize my time, because a month is too far out, right? And then, but let's go back to, I'm going to skip down here and go daily. Okay, daily planning is really not as effective either. Reason being is that things happen too much. Q1s. Crises, urgencies, you know, this, that, and other thing, and it's not far enough for me to be able to prioritize and plan. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what Covey says is the sweet spot is weekly planning, and Karen's going to be able to kind of go through this with me in a couple seconds, but now what you're going to learn right here is how to effectively plan. So before we go to the next part of this, I just want to share with you that it is absolutely important to use all 3 of these, but understand what the differences are. And I didn't even say what this is yet, because I'm going to go into it. Monthly planning is your long view, so to speak. Now, if this was a different industry, it would be quarterly, okay? But the car industry is a month-to-month business. So for us, I'm amending this to say that this is, you know, that's why I'm using the word monthly instead of quarterly, but you can still do quarterly, but I think a month is the long vision. To us, at the end of the day, that's it. That's like our years at the end of the month. That's it, right? Weekly, we're going to spend the rest of the time working on, but daily is accountability. That's how you're going to label daily. What I use my daily there is not for management, so I'm going to strike the word management from there and put accountability. So if I've got a monthly and weekly plan, if I've got a monthly and weekly projection, if I got a monthly and weekly schedule, I want to track it daily in real time and month to date. Does that make sense? Yeah. Because we don't have GPS like Garmin or Google Earth for projecting and forecasting. It's a manual effort. Would you agree? Mm-hmm. So unlike GPS or Google, where you have the automatic recalculate, there is no automatic recalculate. So if we did the every couple days or weekly or monthly, it's a problem. So watch, I don't know if you can get this on camera, but you see if I'm straight, Michael, if I'm straight right here, and I'm lined up to that line right there, my feet are right there, and if I walk straight line, I'm gonna hit that line. Everybody agree?
Yes.
Okay, now watch this. Okay. Okay. I'm still facing that line, right? I'm still facing the line. But you might not see this, but I'm only turned slightly. My toes are pointed in here. Now, if I walk straight, okay, what's gonna happen as I work farther out? Do you see that? I'm looking at the damn, what is that? That Nissan right over there. And that's the whole thing, is that even though you're pointed in the right direction, you're just off a little fraction. Do you see that? But after a while, unchecked, unrecalibrated, I'm often lost in East Jubilee, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you want